Welcome students. Welcome to the discussion of Labsheet 2 for the problem number 21, 22, 23. In this session, I'm going to discuss problem number 21 and 22. And in the next session, I'm going to discuss the problem number 23. And this entire program is all about using do-while loop. So before starting the discussion of the problems 21, 22, 23, I'm just want to give you the basics of what is do while. We already know what is looping. Whenever you have some task and you want to repeat it some particular number of times, that time this kind of statements are going to use. We have three looping statements. One is for loop, one is while loop, and another one is do while. We have already done the coding for loop, while loop, and now we are going to discuss about do while. The only new thing about here is we are going to introduce the term, the keyword do, and how it is different from while loop. In this, we are going to execute the body of the loop for the first time without checking the condition. After that, we will check the condition. If the condition is true, we'll go inside the loop, executes the statement. Again, we will check the condition. We will go inside the loop, execute the body of the loop and check the condition. And this will keep on repeating until the condition becomes false. The loop will be terminated and the control will goes out of the loop. So this is about the do while looping statement. So the takeaway from this slide is the new keyword we are using here is do while, and where to use do while, wherever the question given to you is at least one, or you want to print something, you have to execute some particular set of statements first time without checking the condition, that time you can use do while. Okay, so I'm moving further for the questions. Now in your lab sheet 2 for the problem number 21, the question given is print welcome to Presidency University at least once. Now we have already done this welcome to Presidency University displaying program so many times when we started our lab sheet 1 that time, then when we started the loop again that time also we've done. What's the new thing here is, the new thing here is the term at least once. It means for at least one time we want to display without checking the condition. Later it depends, whatever you want to display 5 number of times, 10 number of times, it depends. But for at least first time we are going to display without checking the condition. So we'll see the flowchart for this. This oval boxes are used for the start and stop. You can consider like the curly braces, this thing. So these are the representation for the start and stop of the flow of the code of the program. And then we'll see that we are going to use two variables of integer type, I and n. So what is n here is, n is for how many number of times you want to print display, and we have to do into display welcome to Presidency University, and I is the increment or the decrement, it depends, we'll see. Then read n means with the help of the statement scanf, store the value of n to the address of n. Then we'll move ahead, we'll initialize the value of I, will display. Now here see, without checking any condition, we are directly displaying welcome to Presidency University message. There is no checking on any condition, we are displaying. And then we are doing one increment job. Initially the I was 1, now we are doing I plus plus. I plus plus is post increment operator, it means we are incrementing I by 1, I equal to I plus 1. Now here you see in the decision box, now the turn come to check the condition. We have to make certain decisions. In the while loop we are saying that whenever the I is lesser than equal to n, the condition is true, and we'll go back to this statement, and this both set of statement will execute. So we'll see until and unless this condition is true, these two set of statements will execute. The moment it is false, we are coming out of the loop of while and will stop. Okay, so this is the do while statement. Explicitly we are not mentioning any do here, because we are by the arrow, by the flow of the control, we can see here that we are not checking the condition and we are displaying the message. Now moving to the code, the same here, the declaration, we are declaring it here like this, int I comma n. Then here read n. So read n is how to write this. Read n, we'll ask the user enter the value of n, and then we have to store in the address of n. We have to initialize the value of I. We then become this. Do, the first time you are displaying the message, you are doing the incrementing job. Then after closing this, in the same line, you are using while I is lesser than equal to n, semicolon. And then this is going to check the condition. Until and unless the condition is true, we are keep on repeating this statement's execution. The moment it is false, we'll stop. So we'll see the tracing of the loop also. For example, consider for the first time, for initially the I equal to 1 that we have declared, and assume the value of n was 4. The user has given the value of n is 4. So for the iteration 1, when the values for this, without checking the condition, the control will go enter the body of the loop, and it will display welcome to Presidency University first time. Then if it will update i's value as I equal to I plus 1. What is I here? I is 1, so it is 1 plus 2 equal to 2. Now check the condition while I is lesser than equal to n or not. So what is I? 2. What is n? 4. So 2 is lesser than 4 or not? Yes, it is true. So we'll write the condition true. Here, enter the body of the loop. So the moment it is true, condition is true, we will enter the iteration 2. Now enter the body of the loop. Then we see again will display the message welcome to Presidency University second time. We'll update the value of I. So now this time I becomes 2 plus 1 3, and the condition is 3 is lesser than 4 or not. So the condition is true again. We are entering the iteration 3. Now again we'll display the message welcome to Presidency University for the third time. Update the value of I. Now the I becomes I plus 1. What is I? I is 3. 3 plus 1 equal to 4. Again we'll check the condition. So the condition is I is lesser than equal to n. So 4 is lesser than equal to n. Yes. So we'll enter the iteration 4. Enter the body of the loop. Again we'll display the message welcome to Presidency University for the fourth time, and we'll update the value of I. So it will become 5. Again we'll check the condition. So 5 is lesser than equal to 4. No, it's not true, it's false. Then the moment it's false, the control of the program will terminate there itself and it will come out of the loop. So this was the tracing for the program number 21. Now students, please bear with me. We will see the execution of this code also. See, in this I have already written the code. This is the code, the same code I have copied in notepad here. This is MinGW. So we are with the help of MinGW in Windows, we are going to execute the code, and this is the code already written here. So how to execute here is GCC, you have to write the code here. Let me change it. It's okay, it's 22. Actually I save it like 22, just a name. So whether in error is there is no error. So how to execute that? This was the compilation part. Now we'll do the execution. So we have to do like this. So now we are asking the user how many, what is the value of n. So for our case it was 4, so it's displaying 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome to Presidency University. Suppose the value of n is 1, so it will display only one time, or the value of n is 3, it will display 3 times. So I hope you understood this. The flow chart, the code, the tracing, and the execution of program number 21. Now we'll move further and we'll see the program number 22. The program number 22 talks about the program to print the number starting from 10 to 20. So we have to display from the number 10, 11, 12 like this up to 19, 20. For this program also we have to use do while loop. So we'll see the code. Before seeing the code, please see this flow chart. In this flow chart, again we are having the same start and the stop. Consider that this is the start of the flow chart and this is the stop of the flow chart. And here we are not using two variables, we are using only one variable a. And as the first number we want to display is 10, so we initialized a as 10. And for the first time, without checking any condition, simply we are displaying value of a, and here we are incrementing the value of a by 1. So you can write it as a plus plus, or you can write as a equal to a plus 1. Both have the same meaning. Now we enter the loop condition, and this condition says whenever the a is lesser than or equal to 20, the condition is true, and we are going to execute this set of two statements multiple times or up to 20 times, and then the moment the condition is false, we'll stop the program, or the flowchart is stopped here. Look here, the code, this first thing is same. Now here for this declaration we have written here a, and initialization we have done in the same step. Instead of writing two separate steps, we done here in the one step. We had declared a and initialized it as 10. Then in the do while loop, you are writing it print the value of a equal to a plus 1, and then after closing this curly braces you are giving the condition while a is lesser than equal to 20 semicolon. Please see this carefully. It ends by semicolon here. So these things you have to keep on mind when you're writing do. You have to give the scope by this curly braces. Immediately after this, you have to put a semicolon. So this is the syntax for the do while loop. This is the flowchart done. This is the code done. Now we will see the tracing of this program number 22. Initially we have seen the value of a was what? It was 10. And then when it was 10, without checking the condition, we entered the body of the loop and we print the value of a as 10, and then we updated the value of a. So a equal to a plus 1. What was a? 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. Now we'll check the condition. The condition was 11 is lesser than 20. So the condition is true here. The moment the condition is true, again we are going to enter the body of the loop. So our second iteration is started. We are entering the body of the loop. Now the new value of a is 11. We are updating the value of a as 11 plus 1, 12. We have printed here and it is 12, and then we are going to check the condition whether the 12 is lesser than 20 or not. So it is lesser than 20, so we will simply say yeah, it's true, and the moment it is true we are going for iteration 3, and for the iteration 3 it will print the value of a. So we have seen here the value of a was 12, so it will display 12. It will update the value of a again. So what was a? It was equal to a plus 1 equal to 12 plus 1 equal to 13. Now we'll check the condition while 13 is lesser than 20 or not. Yes, so the condition is true. Now we are entering the iteration 4. We are entering the body of the loop. Again we'll print the value of a is equal to 13, which we have taken from here, the updated value of a. Now for this iteration we'll update the value of a again. So a equal to a plus 1, that is 13 plus 1 here, so it will be 14 here. So check the condition whether 14 is lesser than 20 or not. So the condition is true. The same way it will go for the iteration 5, iteration 6, iteration 7, iteration 8. You can see here for the iteration 8, it is displaying the value of a as 17 here. See 17 here, we have copied from here and it updated as 18. We are checking whether 18 is lesser than 20 or not. No, then we entered the iteration 9, here the iteration 10. So in the iteration 10, we are going to print the value of a, that is 19. We are taking the value from here. Then we have update the value of a. It becomes what? 19 plus 120. Check the condition. 20 is lesser than 20 or not? Yes, it is true. We'll enter the iteration 11. Enter the body of the loop. Print value of a is 20. Update the value of a. So now the a becomes 20 equal to a equal to 20 plus 1 equal to 21. Check the condition. 21 is lesser than 20 or not. So this is the false condition. The moment we see the false condition, what we have to do? Control of the program will go to stop or it will go out of the loop. For our case, it will go to stop, else we can say it will go out of the loop. So this was all about the tracing of the program number 22, the code and the flow chart. Now I'll show you the execution of the code. Let me do the clear screen. So you see notepad program. Actually I stored it like this. So this is the same program. So same code written here. So we have to execute here it as, so I'll just change this. Now see, enter. So as there is no error, so it will come directly like this. This step was compilation. Now we'll do execution. For execution in MinGW, you directly have to write like this, and that's it. You see the code is written here like this, 10, 11, 12. So in this way we are getting the value, and if we want the value up to 15, the loop will be a is lesser than equal to 15. If you want up to 100, a is lesser than equal to 100. So that is dependent upon you, however way you want to do. That's all about the problem number 21 and 22. In the next video session, I'm going to discuss about problem number 23 using do while loop. Thank you all. Be at home, stay safe, be motivated, go through these videos, contact us if you find any difficulties. Thank you.